The f did not just do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am the generous queen. Ask Miss Ellen.
What's up, YouTube? And all that inhabited. I'm the generous King Quan, and you are YouTube and all that inhabited. I am back with another video. What's up with y'all? I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing swell, and you know what I say. We about to get into some things. We gonna get into some things. So today I just want to really just talk about like on a serious topic, not so serious because I can't always be serious. I gotta make a joke out of everything. Just basically about how this whole coronavirus situation has affected me so far. I know I touched on it a little bit in my previous video when I talked about when I was talking about I'm back and everything, but I wanted to have like an in-depth like sit down, just because I know a lot of people are in situations where they might be like slipping into depression, or they might feel like they don't know what to do and they're the only ones out there. And I get it. I definitely get it. I do. And before I get into this video, I need everyone, if you're new here, to like. I need you to comment at the end. I need you to subscribe. I need you to do something, because we getting litty over here. We're getting litty, like litty gang. So you might as well just stay around, because it's switch popping. Like we getting lit with this coronavirus thing. I remember when I first started seeing it, it was like 2 months ago when I had just got back to school in January, and I didn't know what it was. To like, I was seeing it on the internet here and there, and I saw people talking about it, but I didn't necessarily know exactly what it was. And one day while doing my radio show, I asked my co-host, like, did she know what it was? And she said no. Like, it was something that like people were talking about, but nobody really knew how serious this situation was going to be. Me sitting here thinking like, something new pops up every year. I remember when Ebola was a thing, swine flu was a thing, and swine flu was a thing like when we really thought everybody was going to die. So I just remember things like that happening in the past, and I'm thinking, oh, this is no, the did not just do that. I just remembering those things happening, and then it's just like thinking, oh, this is just gonna blow over. It's not gonna be nothing too serious. And now look at us, like all stuck in the house. Like I never really like imagined like this would be my life at this point. And it's like I'm still like shocked. Like, I'm sure a lot of people are still in shock. I'm still stuck like this is really where we are. I was talking to my sister the other day about it, and she was saying like she feels like we're just basically in a movie, and I agree. I saw this movie in 2011. A lot of people have been bringing this movie back up, this movie called Contagion, which was about like a global virus that was like killing everybody in America. And it was spread like through, well, it was spread from a pig, I think, that a man shook this woman's hand and she brought the virus back to America and it spread. But yeah, I remember seeing that, and a lot of people are bringing that back up now because it's a lot of like people want to come up with all these conspiracy theories. Whatever, you do what you do. You want to scare your life away, that's fine. Jesus got me. I'm good. I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, my sister said like she feels like we're living in a movie, and I agree, because it's really shocking that all of these measures that are taking place, which I definitely get, but it's different. We're not used to this. And if y'all see me looking like there and then there, it's because I record on my phone, so sometimes I'm actually looking directly in the camera, and other times I'm looking at myself, just because sometimes I like to think I look good, so I just like to look at myself sometimes. Sorry. I know, like, once after we talked about it on the radio that one day, my mom informed me of some stuff, but still, it didn't seem like it was that serious at the moment. At the moment in that time, I thought it was just something that was gonna blow over in like a day. And then as days went on and on and on, it got like deeper and deeper and deeper. As this was happening, people were like, of course, dying and people were getting sick. And it was just like, it didn't make any sense. And the way it was going about it was scaring people because it's like, you don't know who actually has it. Like, people can have it and not show symptoms. People can have it and be damn near dead. And it's like, you don't know. And I think it finally really set in for me when school started closing. Because as everyone knows, I'm a college student. So when like all of these schools were coming out and saying that they were closing for the rest of the semester, that's when it hit me, and that's when I got scared. Because even then, it was just something that I was hoping that would really just blow over, and of course it obviously didn't, because we're here now. My school was not one of the schools that immediately closed, because I think they were also hoping for the best, hoping that stuff would happen. So originally what happened was my school was fine. Like, my spring break was in the first week of March. So, you know, all of February the stuff is developing, like multiple stories are coming out about it. Yeah. As it keeps growing, like the numbers are growing of people who are getting infected and dying. And then we come back to school from spring break, that first week that we come back from spring break, and everything's fine until Thursday of that week. We get an email from the president of our school saying that we will be closing for 2 weeks. And I'm just like, wow. Like, I was so upset, because that's when it finally hit to me, like, like, this is really happening. Like, this is not a joke. And when that happened, I don't know. I was upset. I was really upset because I didn't want to come back home. I don't know. I like being at my school for the simple fact that I just like having my own independence. I like being around my friends a majority of the time. And, you know, when we're home, we can't necessarily do that. So I like being at my school. So that was upsetting me, the fact that it was just like, I knew as soon as we got that email, I knew for sure that it wasn't just that we were just going to be home for 2 weeks. I knew for a fact it was going to last a lot longer. But, you know, in the back of your mind, you still have high hopes that something will change. And, of course, it didn't. But I had that small bit of hope, like, oh, yeah, maybe this will blow over in 2 weeks and we'll be able to go back. And it just didn't happen at all. I think if I was just like somewhere like a sophomore or a junior in college, it wouldn't really matter to me. But I feel bad for the freshmen out there, because they just started school and they weren't expecting the end of their freshman year to be ended by a pandemic. I'm a senior. All of my senior activities have been completely canceled. Still at this moment, I don't know when my graduation will be. My school is still trying to figure out dates for us to have graduation, and because all of the stay-at-home orders get extended every other day, and different governors are saying different things, and the president is saying different things, nobody knows what to say. And it's just like, it's scary to me, because like my brother, who was also a college student, we were supposed to graduate. He was supposed to graduate this year. We were supposed to graduate the same day. And like his school just completely canceled theirs. So that, like, stuff like that scares me, because I can't imagine all of the hard work that I've done for the last 4 years to just not even be able to get the experience to actually walk across the stage. Some people believe that it's like, well, as long as you get the degree, you're fine. I'm not fine with that, because that's like, it's like, okay, you went to school, here's your piece of paper. Like, the ceremony is the grand stage of, is like the grandest stage of them all. Like, you want that feeling to walk across that stage, shake your president's hand, and get your degree saying, like, I did this. Like, you want that whole feeling. And I don't want to have that taken away from me. I think that some people misinterpret me talking about that sometimes as if I'm like just saying like, fuck what's going on. Forget what's going on and let's just open everything back up. And I don't believe that at all. I believe everybody should be safety first. I don't want anybody to die. I don't want anybody to be affected by this. But just because it's at this point in my life that I'm personally being affected by it this way, it just upsets me. And in the beginning, it was a different story to where it was just like I was pissed. I didn't want to talk about it. It was just like my parents know how I get, and they're like constantly checking on me because it's like I shut down because I don't know how to deal with certain things. And it's like I had to get to a point and think like I can't necessarily control this situation. I can't control this, and it's happening. However I feel about it, it's still gonna happen. So I can't continuously sit here every day and just be upset about it. So yeah, it took me out of school. It took me off of my regular schedule of how I did things in my life because I'm so used. Everybody will tell you I'm the type of person that has to plan everything in my life weeks in advance, the whole day out. I can't be one of those people that do days like just spontaneously. Everything I'm doing today, it has to be planned out. I have a planner. I schedule everything for knowing which hour I'm going to do which, and I stick to that because that's how it keeps me sane for me to be able to move like that. And the repeated cycle of what I'm in now is completely off of a schedule and I cannot deal with it. It makes me want to go crazy. I haven't went crazy yet. We're gonna hope for the best. But you never know. You don't. When I say it's taking me out of school and like canceled all my senior activities, like, just taking me off campus. I was very active on campus. I'm a radio show host, which I do from campus. I was a part of my school's news show where I was doing the entertainment segment, and I was a part of that. I was the president of my school's Black Student Union, and we had our annual fashion show coming up that I was also a part of that had to be canceled. And just things like I told you before, like the formal and just everyday week events that my job, my work study job that I actually work to get money besides that was, I can't do that because that's also at school, so it's taking me out of money. So these are like things that I was so used to doing that was all a part of my schedule and stuff that I was planning for, and now it's just like I'm in a completely different realm of doing nothing. Another thing is I'm never really motivated to do my schoolwork at home because anytime that I come home, I'm always on a break. I'm never in a situation where I have to do work, so it's harder for me to focus here, especially not having a work environment for me to do anything. So it's like I don't like it. I'm happy that this happened now that I'm out of school at this point because I'll still be able to be disciplined enough to get to graduation because I'm this close to the end of the semester. Had this happened like earlier in the fall semester, I don't know what I would have done at all because I can't imagine spending 2 full semesters at home and trying to stay completely focused. I have about this much motivation left in me, and it's like on a day-by-day basis I'm getting through it. But it's a struggle because I literally have to force myself to do stuff. When I'm in a regular work environment, I can get my stuff done like that because I'm motivated and I know like this has to be done. I'm still in that mindset of like this has to be done, but I dread and I drag to do it just because of the environment I'm in now. A good thing that has come out of this is the fact that I do have in my mindset about trying to plan on what to happen for after we come out of this. So, for instance, YouTube, I'm bringing this back on a consistent basis now because now I do have the time to be able to record and edit and make this a main priority since my schooling is coming to an end. So now I can sit and figure out the stuff that I want to do, and I'm happy about that. I'm genuinely happy about that. And that's really like the number one thing that came out of it because I've talked about coming back to YouTube. What for a lot of people that don't know, I've been on YouTube for like 10 years. Like, and it's been different things. It's been like several different accounts and doing different things. But this is the only account that I've been this vocal on and with showing myself and just the different things I do in my life. And I would like to continue to keep bringing that up as time goes on, and even after the coronavirus, to be able to show like what I do outside of here, because I know after a while y'all gonna get tired of seeing this little background because I just keep going back and forth between these two little areas in my room because listen, I ain't got a workspace right now, and we can't leave the house. We stuck in. So what we gonna do? Everybody know how you feel about this situation. You have the right to feel about this situation. Don't let anybody tell you what you have to do. Don't let anybody tell you how you're supposed to feel about the situation because there's mixed feelings about it. If you're happy that you have this time to be off and relax and be with your family, and even though it's kind of like it's like it's bad timing for some people, but if you're thankful for that, you're allowed to have that. If you're completely upset and feel like this is taking you off of your track in life and what you want to do, you have a right to that as well. Don't let anybody try to steer and tell you how you're supposed to feel about, not even this, just about any situation. But because I'm talking about this, don't let anybody tell you that you're supposed to feel some type of way or make you feel wrong for feeling some type of way, because how you feel is how you feel. And for everyone else that is out here like me who are trying to pick up something new, I commend that. I support everybody and everything they do, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And even if it's not YouTube, if it's just picking up a new skill, a new habit, we out here, everybody out here trying to build up some new businesses. I support that. Everybody trying to get to a bag, and we all trying to get to the bag. We trying to get to this money, and I feel it. So however you feel about this situation, however you want to come out this situation, I support everything and everyone's mindsets. What you do is what you do, and don't let nobody take that away from you. That's all I have for today, and I thank y'all for listening. If you want to stick around with me and get with the lit team, because y'all know I told y'all we be getting into some things. We gonna get some things. We be lit over here. So like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see all of you in my next video. Thank you.